Hey YouTube, Chase Variant coming back at you like the seasonal flu. You came in contact, so I'll spread my sickness to you. Welcome to the comic party, kids. Let's get started. Okay, this is Deadpool Secret Comic Variant 036. It's the B cover. Marvel Comics. This is Hulk 010 from Marvel Comics. It's cover swipe from Hulk 05. This is the Defenders, Marvel's Defenders number 5. It's the A cover showing your bulletproof hero literally taking it to the face. I like that one. That looks a little bit like Sam Coulter, doesn't it? Or Mike Coulter, is that the Netflix guy's name? Pretty cool. That's issue 5 of Marvel's Defenders, A cover. I picked up the B cover, which is a Venomized Diamondback. Picked it up just because I'm a completist, or yeah. I picked up from Marvel the number 1 Captain Marvel Generations The Bravest. I think that's the B cover. I also picked up from Image Comics the Genius Cartel number 2. That is the A cover. That is 1 of 5, so there'll be 5 books in this series. And a 5 of 5 I picked up, which concludes the Stained storyline, is from 451 Burn. This is Stained number 5, and the story's been a lot of fun. A lot of fun, super weird. A lot of fun though. I picked up X-Men Gold number 011. It is the A cover. I like the way the X-Men Gold covers, kind of in a throwback way to the 1970s, have these spectacular action sequences with all the characters dynamically drawn. X-Men Gold has had a lot of covers, well, not a lot, but at least a third of their covers have been like that, and that's been a lot of fun for me. That's X-Men Gold number 011 from Marvel Comics. X-Men Gold is a great read also. I picked up the DC Batman, easy for me to say, huh guys? I picked up All-Star Batman number 13 from the DC Universe Rebirth line. That is the B cover. And I haven't been reading All-Star Batman, if I want to be completely honest with you, but this cover spoke to me, so I picked it up. Something I have been reading though, pow, is Iron Fist. And this is from Marvel Comics' Iron Fist number 7, showing Shang-Chi and the Defender of Kunlun in the hands of the Seer. I've never heard of the Seer before, and I've been reading comics for a long time, so I don't know if this is the first official appearance of the Seer. Not sure, but it's a pretty cool story, and it's another magnificent cover on the Iron Fist line, and that's Iron Fist number 7 from Marvel Comics. I also picked up War of Jokes and Riddles Interlude, and as I hinted to in the past, I was not reading this story. I was going to wait till it culminates and read it all in one foul swoop, but so many people are talking about it. So many people are enjoying it, and I had to break it open. I had to read it, and so I'm all caught up, and it is everything you could imagine. It's all the hype that everyone's talking about. And these interludes are also very good. In a similar way that the Long Halloween made Calendar Man cool, these interludes are kind of making Kite Man cool, if you can imagine that. Yeah, Kite Man and cool in the same sentence. Paradoxically, is the case. Anyway, I suggest if you want a good read War of Jokes and Riddles. And that is from the Batman DC Universe Rebirth line. That is Batman number 30. And there's only going to be 8 books in this story, and I think this is book number 6, so there's only 2 more till the story wraps up, I believe. Also from the DC Universe Rebirth line, I picked up Wonder Woman number 29. That's a brilliant cover. Really, really like that cover. I picked up Wonder Woman was a B cover. I picked up the Astonishing X-Men number 3 from Marvel Comics. I think this is a C cover. There's a bunch of covers for this book. I like it. It shows James Howlett in all of his transformations into Old Man Logan as a boy, as the Weapon X, as the Wolverine, and as Old Man Logan. Even as the dead Wolverine in the sand, if you look closely enough. I really like the cover. That is Astonishing X-Men C cover from Marvel Comics. I picked up Star Wars Darth Vader 005 from Marvel Comics, and this cover is just magnificent. Showing Vader's helmet broken and the steely eye of Anakin looking out of it. Gorgeous cover. This is the A cover from Marvel Comics on Star Wars Darth Vader 005. Ooh, look at this. This is Jenny Freeze on Black Panther 017. I love it. Look at Ororo. Oh my goodness. That is beautiful. That is a gorgeous, gorgeous cover. Gotta be one of my favorite covers of the month. From Marvel Comics, Black Panther 017. Magnifico. I picked up from Kingstorm Comics, John Carpenter's Tales of Science Fiction, The Vault, issue 2 of 3. There's only one cover for that book, I believe, or at least I only saw one cover. I have to do my homework to make sure that's accurate. And look, it's Infinite 7. Dun, 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 dun. And this is issue number 7. Awesome. This is the movie poster variant. No. I'm not sure which variant this is, but I think it's the A cover. And this is the magnificent B cover. Whoa! And it's entitled Infinite 7, number 007. And as you can tell, all of these covers are an homage to the greatest MI5 operative there is, James Bond. And the character in the book is a little wink and a nudge. Oh, I forget his name. It's such a funny name that they gave him. But it's kind of, obviously another rip-off character. That's what Infinite 7 does. And this is great. Number 7. And here's the most obvious. And there are only 3 of these covers, and I got all 3 of them, kids. Loving it. And this is Infinite 7, the movie poster variant. showing our undercover agent as viewed through the akimbo legs of a beach bunny. Right? And that's a classic. He looks almost like James Lazenby, I think, from His Majesty's Secret Service in that picture. So that just Infinite 7, another set of really good fun covers from Action Lab, Danger Zone Comics on the number 7 issue. And you want to talk about a resurrection story. Here you have Spawn, 277 from Image Comics. And just 7 months ago, Spawn was selling about 14,000 books. And now it's creeping, and that's a month. And now it's creeping back up to the 20,000s, and I'm going to venture to guess that that's going to grow. And as we all know, about a 32,000 print run is average and solid for a small print book. But I would expect Spawn to get back into the big numbers as it was once before in the past. And that is the A cover for the Dark Horror Story arc. Gorgeous. Here's the B cover, which is a black and white version of the cover. Just the subtle differences in it. Another very gorgeous cover from the Spawn line. Image, number 277. And finally, I picked up the C cover for Spawn 277. Really, really, really neat looking book. Okay, and that is the Dark Horror Story Arc Part 2 from Image Comics. I also picked up Weapon X 008. Which is an homage to the Universal Studios, Marvel Studios movie, The Incredible Hulk, which came out a few years ago, the most recent Hulk movie. It's an homage to the movie poster, showing Batch H and a soldier. Pretty cool. That's from Marvel Comics. I picked up Dark Knight's Metal number 1. Was lucky enough to get that signed by Scott Snyder with the COA in the back. Barely visible silver signature there. Okay. Ooh. Pretty. I picked up from the DC Universe Rebirth line Supergirl number 13. It's the Art Gem variant. I think that's the A cover actually. And they're touting this as a bit hard to find, but I don't think that's the case. I see this everywhere. They're all over at Midtown, so you can still find these pretty easily. I also picked up from Image Comics The Walking Dead number 171. This is the A cover. This is the first appearance of a character named Princess. A lot of buzz behind this. There are 3 different covers. The C cover with the pink signature is a chase book that people are selling their nuts for right now, kids. So if you get that one, or you see that one, grab it. Not your nuts, the book. And I also picked up from Marvel Generations The Iron. And this is a number 1 celebrating King Jack Kirby's 100th birthday. Showing Kirby's classic Iron Man. Okay. Ooh, child. I picked up the Death of the New Gods. Ooh, child. Anyway. I picked up Death of New Gods number 1 from DC Comics. And this is the End of Days book. And, you know, this book is a great story using Kirby's characters, the New Gods. And this particular book is signed by Jim Starlin, and it is number 44 of a 100 signature series. Here you have that indicated here with the Jim Starlin signature. And I've got the COA from Dynamic Forces indicating that in fact it is number 44 of 100 books. And I was unable to find a mint copy to do a comparative analysis to see if I got a good deal on this. But I did pay exactly what Dynamic Forces was selling it for in 2007. So I think I got a pretty good deal on it. Okay. I picked up this variant, and Marvel Comics started doing what they're calling rock and roll variants. And their hip hop variants have been so popular, it's almost a no-brainer. And you wonder what took them so long to have this brainchild. This is X-Men Blue number 11 from Marvel Comics. It is an homage of a Blondie album. Blondie being one of my favorite all-time badass groups. And yeah, it's barely an incentive, kids. It is barely an incentive. It is a 1 in 5 incentive. And a 1 in 5, to me, it's like, why bother? But they're there, and the why bother, the answer to that is money, 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 money. You know, they want to get your money. They want to allow the comic shops to increase the value of these by putting the word incentive on them. But I'll tell you what, you know, the 1 in 5 incentives can't possibly immediately have more value than a 1-to-1 incentive. It's comparable. So, and I know Midtown Comics are selling these for like $12 a pop. That's the same price they sell 1 in 10 incentives sometimes for, and it makes no sense. It's just a money grab. I say if you want these rock and roll incentive covers, I've seen them affordable online, way more affordable than I've seen them in comic shops. So I would say do it that way because they're not worth $10. They're worth about $6, $5 at most. Here's another one. This is X-Men Gold number 11, rock and roll variant. It's a 1 in 5 variant. And I knew what this cover was. I want to say it's Pink Floyd, but I could be mistaken. If you guys can remind me what this cover is, a swipe of what rock and roll album it is, please leave it in the comment section. It's X-Men Gold 1 in 5 rock and roll variant from Marvel Comics, X-Men number 11. And this one I love. Bam! This one I love because one, I'm a Guns N' Roses fan, and Appetite for Destruction is just one of my favorite all-time albums, classic albums, great album. And this is the Inhumans, Once and Future Kings number 2, and it is the black and white, it is the rock and roll cover. It is spectacular. It's magnificent. I love it. 1 in 5 variant from Marvel Comics. I picked up Stained number 5. This is the 1 in 10 variant from 451 Burn. And that is the conclusion of that story. A hard to find book that I got my grubby little hands on was this Rose #6 B cover, magnificent B cover by Finch. Very difficult to find this book, kids. Good luck on your chase. Another book I picked up was Mace Windu. I believe that's a 1 in 10, 001 from Marvel Comics. Da 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 da, I'm loving it. I picked up this Astonishing X-Men 003, and it's a 1 in 25, and it's called the Villain Variant, showing the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants in their classic costumes, drawn in an homage or classic way to a throwback to the early 70s. And even the colors and the way that the cover is done kind of looks like it's done on pulp paper, the old paper they used to use in the comics. So I really love this book in all of the ways that it is an homage. It's a 1 in 25 villain variant for Astonishing X-Men #3. I picked up Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man #3 from Marvel Comics, and that is a 1 in 25, showing Peter walking up the wall of a New York City building, having a slice. I picked up Darth Vader 005. That is another 1 in 25 variant. Gorgeous. Magnifico. Gracias. I found this, kids, from Comic Tribes. It is Sync #1. It is the B cover. Very hard to find this book, kids. Very hard to find this book. If you get this book in your sight, you pick it up and buy it. Make it yours. Take it home. Put it in your box. And that's what I did. Very difficult book to find. It is Sync #1. That's a B cover. I let the A cover pass through my grubby little hands, and I should have never done that. I should have picked up the A cover too, as these books are incredibly hard to find, and they are heat seekers. They're very hot right now. Sync is very hot. I picked up the final 1 in 50 for Generations, Alex Ross covers, and I think this is the Captain Marvel. I'm not sure. I lose track of these covers. This is the final of the 5 Alex Ross 1 in 50 covers. Okay. And the last 1 in 50 I picked up was this magnificently beautiful Astonishing X-Men 003, showing Psylocke in all of her magnificent glory, holding the Union Jack with with Mojo behind her. This is just awesome, awesome, awesome. And something to keep out for in this book, is the fading in this book. The blacks on this book are notoriously speckled. I happen to get a spectacular near mint copy, but I've seen a lot of these books, and this was the only near mint copy that was available of the 10 that I saw at the Midtown the morning I picked it up. And looking around, I noticed that there's a lot of spine breaks in this book. There's a lot of flakes up here in the solid blacks. There's a lot of breaks in the blacks of this book. So getting it at a 9.8 may prove difficult. Good luck on that chase, kids. And that is Astonishing X-Men 003 from Marvel Comics, the 1 in 50. And that's my haul, kids. And I hope you liked it. If you did, please click like. If you haven't already, please click subscribe. If you want some free books, join my contest, Chase Variants Virgin Sacrifice. I'm giving away free shit to you, kids. And that's it. I'm Chase Variant, and I'm out.